I actually never had any intention of ever getting rid of this home, if you want the truth. The true price you will ever pay for something, and I always told my kids this, is never X amount of money. It's X amount of time. My dad and I only had a couple common denominators in life, and my dad was a workaholic, but my dad would come here every weekend, and we built this on our own over a 2-year period. My dad gave me his time, my wife and I, here, and that part bothers me. No matter where I ever live from this point or go to another home, I'll never have that time that we shared here. That price that he paid. My dad, if you knew my dad, he's the opposite of me. He won't talk. My dad never says anything. He's more of a man of action. So if he does something, that's how he tells you he loves you. So that's how he told me he loved me, help me. Now I got to leave that. Because when something like this happens, you lay in bed thinking, what's the best for me? What's the best for my animals? What's the best for my wife, my kids, my grandkids? So within 2 weeks of this, 1/3 of my sheep herd just dropped over dead. My wife's lips were tingling. We had headaches. My kids' noses were bleeding. My grandchildren had rashes. To me, it was absolutely clear. And this is strictly my opinion. I cannot say that it's because of that. These are why these things happen. Let's get that straight. But to me, it was absolutely clear that this was not the place it was prior to February the 3rd. What is the true price?
Yeah. I enjoyed the little stuff, like this rock right here. People look at this. That just looks like a rock to you, right? Right here? Right? That's my old rabbit dog. She's buried under there. Yeah, that was Daisy Jr. right there. Yeah. So, yeah. These dogs were important to me, and they'll be here for the next owner, and they'll probably look at it like it's just a rock, right? But it was more than a rock. It was my life.
Nothing you can ever do about that. And the railroad will never care. You know what they would have said? Well, why'd you leave? And if you tell them all the things I told you, are they going to believe you? They probably won't. They ain't going to believe me. I would say the railroad will never know the repercussion of how the bowling pin hit the front of that set of pins. I mean, it just busted everybody up here. We were one of the ones that had enough resource to kind of keep everybody together. But some of these folks, some of them don't have the resource to do it, don't have the ability, don't have the credit, can't get the low interest loan, can't carry 2 mortgages. It bothers me a lot sometimes that I have the ability to leave. I kind of feel guilty sometimes that I can make that decision to get out of here.
East Palestine at 1020 East Taggart Street. The train derailment, approximately 100 tankers caught fire.
They're ceasing fire operation until they can identify the chemicals in the tanker.